Calling in on my Leos. This is your reading for the month of October. My name is Edith. Mi nombre es Edith. And I am an intuitive psychic healer. I am a Reiki master. Oh my God, this is acting up. I am a Reiki master. I am also the owner of earthcrystalsconamor, my crystal and spiritual shop. You can catch us on my Instagram lives on Thursday or Friday nights. I thank you for trusting in my magic, for allowing me to connect with you on a deeper level. I feel like my Leos already for the month of October. Okay, it's like you've been on this grind. Like I feel like the sun has come out for you and you're letting it shine. Like you're taking up space, and I'm happy for you because I feel like the beginning of the year for many of my Leos, it was a little bit challenging because it was like just you were trying to find more of a direction in your life. I feel like the beginning of the year of 2022, you were not sure what you wanted to do about a lot of things. I feel like we're still working on certain things, but yet you're in a different place. When I see you guys in the month of October, you're like, I see like an agenda, and your agenda is like more booked as opposed to before you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do Monday and Tuesday. I don't, and it didn't feel like this creative energy. I feel like you have a couple things on your calendar. You're like, you know what? I'm going to push myself. You know what? I'm going to believe in myself. And if anyone can do it, it's going to be a Leo, because my Leos are, I love all zodiac signs, but my Leos are fearless. So whoever you are, however you are seeing this video, I believe in you and I see you, and it's time for you to believe in yourself, and it's time for you to see yourself. It's time to take up more space. It's like the first message your guides are saying, it's like the sun is shining on you, meaning like the sun element comes out to play with us, to say, hey, what creative action are you going to get into? Identify it. I identify it a lot with the solar plexus chakra. That is the chakra of action. That is the chakra of, I'm going to push myself. And that's you guys for the month of October. Let's do this. There's something about like an investment you've been thinking about, or you're about to do it, or you did it and you're like, is it going to work out? And it is. We're just giving it a little bit more time. In the month of September, so many things slow down for many of us with all those planets that were retrograde. So things are starting to move a little forward, especially for my Leos. I feel like you're going to be ending the year very at peace, because you have been doing the work, because you haven't been running from how you truly feel. All right, let's see, my Leos. What do we have for you for the month of October? This is again for sun, moon, or rising. It's a general reading. Trust the messages that are for you. What's not for you, just let it go. But your intuition led you here for something. Take those messages. Allow yourself to take them in. Allow yourself to trust in this new journey, or whatever journey you're in. But if you want to connect more private, like one-on-one, you can definitely book a reading through my website, earthcrystalsconamor.com. All right, let's see. My Leos, sun and stars. Okay, you can't make this up. Look at the sun coming out. Just like there's dark, there's light. There was a pick a card that I recently did, the remaining of 2022, and this option came up. But it reminded me of that. But regardless, for many of you guys, it's like, keep going, girl. Keep going, boy. However you identify. Stay focused on what you want to do. Many of you guys also with this card, I feel like your ancestors are calling you. And your ancestors are saying, okay, no more sleeping on who you are. No more sleeping on your energy. Let's move forward. Let's give more attention. I feel like also in the month of October, let's give more attention to the things you do want and not to the things you don't want. Many of you, if you are going through like a break from family members, a break from certain relationships, it's okay. You don't always have to be around others, but also know that that beautiful energy of yours, it can shine bright. That beautiful energy of yours is needed in this world, because many of you are very, very intelligent, are very, very driven. Many of you, it's like, I keep seeing you with like different outfits, but like it reminds me of a card in one of my oracle decks that's called the leadership card. And when that card comes out for me, I'm seeing the image. It's all about like, you were meant to be a leader in this lifetime. You were meant to teach others, help others, empower others. So that's you. It's coming up for you. Don't entertain unwanted energy. Don't entertain people that don't serve you. The old version of you, You would have sat in a room or in a table just because of how are they going to feel? What are they going to think of me? But this new version of you now, it's like, you won't allow that. And I'm proud of you for that. It takes work. And if we're working on that still, we all start one day at a time, one step at a time, but don't entertain energy. On a, like my perspective, like my contacts of people that I reach out to that are in my life, I genuinely want them in my life. I don't entertain people anymore. And I don't mean it in a negative way. It's in a very real way. Like the old version of me, I was a people pleaser. And I know I'm sharing that for a reason. You're not a people pleaser anymore. So don't get caught up in that energy. Tears of joy and sadness. However it is that you're feeling in the month of October, feel it. Sadness, like tears are not always a bad thing. We can cry of good things, but we can also cry of things that just didn't happen for us, of things that just didn't work out, or of things that we're regretting. It's okay. For many of you, I feel like in the month of October, you might be thinking about something in the past, and that's okay. Revisit the past, thank it, and ask it to go, because you're moving forward. You're not stuck anymore. You also got this beautiful card. To me, this is the way I'm picking it up for you guys, Leos, in the month of October. Community, being around others, being driven, being also in a place happy of who you are becoming. Also, this card always reminds me of relationships, love life. So this might be for some of you. Take it if it resonates. Are you allowing love in your life? Are you really showing up in your partnership? If not, what can you do in the month of October to accept love? It's not okay to always just give. It's okay to receive. I feel like for many of you, if you are in a relationship, this card is saying like, let's get back in touch with that fire, that passionate side of yours. And it doesn't only have to be like in a sexual way. It could be in a way that you show up for your partner. There's like communication, I feel for many of you guys, you've really been working on. And I trust that you're hearing this for a reason. Maybe it was very hard, the people pleaser in you before, to show up in your marriage and in your relationship, or in relationships where you could authentically be yourself, because you're not worried anymore of like how others are going to perceive you. You're now worried about, who am I really? And how am I going to show up? And how am I going to show up in that table? Or how am I going to show up in that room and be myself and not worry about anybody's light? Because the sun is shining on me, but it's shining on everybody. Because if there's enough for me, there's enough for them. I feel like people also that have left your life in the past, they needed to go. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's so like, be kind on yourself for the people that came and left. I'm connecting with like a 16, 17, and 18-year-old version of you. And I feel like that version of you in the month of October is like coming out to say, hey, look how far we've come. Look at all the things we've accomplished. And it's like that version of you is here to celebrate you. So yes, let's celebrate you, my Leos. You got this. You are worthy of much more. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Rebirth and reinvention. Yay. Dolphins represent joy. Dolphins represent self-love. And look, the sun is coming out. That's right. For many of you, this is a journey of trusting. The turtles represent patience. Turtle spirit animals also come into our life when it's time for us to really believe in ourselves. So all these beautiful spirit animals coming to guide you. The turtle, the cat, the dolphins. And look at where you are in the water energy, the water element, our divine feminine. Sometimes we get so caught up in being so masculine and our ego takes over. Not no more. She's surrendering to this new journey of rebirth. She's trusting that everything that has ended, it had to end, or he or she. October, I feel like for many of you, set an intention of something that doesn't serve you and let it go. Water energy again, and the dolphin again. Maybe you're going to see a dolphin. Buy yourself a dolphin spirit animal, picture, image, something. Because a dolphin also comes into our journey to remind us like, hey, when was the last time you spent some time with yourself? When was the last time? And in October, let's put some time, let's make some time to call in that younger version of you. All right, my Leos, I'm going to end your reading with an affirmation card. Thank you again for trusting in my magic. I feel so different this time recording my zodiac readings. I took a break, a much needed break, and I feel recharged. So I'm glad to be back. Thank you again. Let's see my Leos. Connection. Literally, my last reading got this card, but I'm going to shuffle again. And I shuffled. All right, let's see. If it comes out again, it's meant for y'all. No, you got the no judgment card. And you got, I love these cards because they could be very silly. They're called the Affirmators card by Knock Knock, the company. They have a lot of different versions, but they always have like a funny twist to them. It says, I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it into my office, and tell it to take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let it out, so sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyways? No judgment is allowed here. Trust yourself, believe in yourself, and you keep going. And your sun is shining bright because it's time for you to take up space. Thank you again, my beautiful Leos. Have an amazing month. Blessings.